Hello YouTube, I'm here with a little bit of a TMI video. I do not suggest that you be eating anything, watching this video, because this video is a little bit of a graphic situation. So I am just getting over I'm going to butcher this name, but a Pilonidal Cyst. Y'all know I'm not a doctor, honey. I'm a medical esthetician, but that is not to be confused with being a nurse or a damn doctor, child. I went to aesthetic school. So that is pretty much a cyst specifically between the buttocks on the location between both cheeks. So you can imagine how painful that experience has been for me for the past couple days. Being awkward to sit down, having to darn modify my seating. And thank goodness, like I said, all things come at the right time. And although this could have darn walked on by, honey, I did not need to experience this ordeal for a video, honey. Somebody else could have went through this pain to do an educational video for y'all. But I digress. But normally, y'all know I am an active DoorDasher, Grubhubber, Uber Eats, Point Pickup, Spark, you name it. Honey, I usually do all the driving, but since I got a spare on my car right now, I can't go above 50 miles per hour, so that eliminates all the highway driving for now. And I got this 5-week schedule with Amazon from 9 to 3. And I've got to catch up on so many videos. It's like, honey, this came pretty much at the right time. It's like, honey, thank goodness it ain't impede with no work, because it's like, hell, on the computer, I'm just sitting down anyway. The only difference is I now got to sit down on a soft, comfy pillow. That's it. But if I had to do some driving or going to and up flights of stairs, dropping off, bending down, doing all of that, reaching and all of that strenuous stuff, honey, it would have been more painful than what it was. So how did I end up getting rid of my shit naturally without having to go to the doctor? Which I was almost 2 seconds from having to come out of pocket about $500, because I Google searched the cost, because mine's got rather large. And I said, oh, hell. Oh, also to add another thing into this, right, it was more imperative for me to have gone to the doctor. I suffer from Crohn's disease. So anybody who knows about Crohn's disease knows that an abscess can come up naturally with us. And I've been very fortunate due to my lifestyle of, using mostly natural and organic products. I have avoided some of the severe side effects that a lot of people with Crohn's have. I'm blessed to still have my intestines. They rather fucked up, honey. They don't ruin any backdoor at you back there, child. But I still have it. All 25 feet of it. I have not had no bowel obstructions, no intestinal surgeries. I have had colon cancer, but I've overcame that. So, and even then, they caught it so early where there was no cutting up in the colon and all of that. Thank goodness. Honey, child, honey, I need all my damn intestines, child. No cutting up. It's like, honey, my body already fucked up as it is. I got full body eczema. I got a scar on my leg that's permanent from the last cyst that I developed when my Crohn's disease was very inflamed back, in 2014, where I was getting chronic cysts and all that. I said, I do not need it. But anyways, how did I get rid of this one? So, as an esthetician, this is some stuff that y'all might not be able to do, but you can seek out an esthetician for. So, see if they can actually do a butt facial and customize it with LED therapy and high frequency. So high frequency is able to create an antibacterial space, target those bacteria and knock it all. Well, it's not going to knock it all the way out, because once again at this point it's full of pus and stuff and it still has to drain, but it's going to help bring the stuff to a head. It's going to prevent further enlarging of other areas, prevent the spreading and all that good stuff. Also, LED therapy on the blue light setting is going to create an antibacterial space as well. It's specifically used for antibacterial. And then, of course, I alternated it with the red light therapy, which helped absorb some of the products that I was using. Now, getting into the products. The first one that I was using was when I was in the shower. And I alternated between my black soap and this right here. I've been using the Rich and Clear line for about 6 months now. I got to do a review on this line. But honey, this darn gone stuff came in handy these past few days because I used this. I followed up with the toner. And then I used the detoxifying night serum. Now the reason why I did not use Epsom salt is for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm not a bath person. I know that's gonna, I mean, for whatever, I do not like soaking in a bath. I mean, although if it would have gotten to that point, I would have soaked in the bath. I'm more of a shower girl. I take daily showers. But yeah, I wasn't trying to go the soaking route. And it's like I don't really have time. Because once again, even with me doing all this, it's like I was laying down and still getting work and stuff done as I was darn going utilizing it. Because y'all know I got the LED therapy machine that can go over my entire backside. And then I got the handheld one. So I use the free one so I can still get work and stuff done. And I laid on my darn going stomach, honey. But yeah, these are the 3 retail products that you can get from Rich and Clear. Very affordable. I want to say all of these items are under $20. So, honey, very affordable. So, yeah, utilize those. Now, of course, if you go to an esthetician, a butt facial is going to run you maybe... Oh, I also used the Stephanie Lane's, one more thing. Hold on. I knew I was forgetting something. I used the Sabrezil Bi Bump Ingrown Mask. And I used this with the enzyme mist. Once again, you got to seek out an esthetician who uses the Sabrezil line if you want to use this. But this is a clay-based treatment, already pre-made, that helps bring impurities up to the surface. So what I did was I sprayed the enzyme mist first on the area, and then I put the I put this over it, and then from there it helped drew it to a head. Now your esthetician can use any other form of clay. If they don't have this particular one, they can use any type of clay mixture or mask of their choosing. But make sure they're using like a detoxifying clay that's really going to bring that pus and stuff up to the surface, this, that, and the third. Also, like I said, make sure they incorporate some high frequency and some LED therapy. That's going to run you anywhere from $60 to $100. This is going to run you about $60. Now, the thing is with these products, all of these products are darn going good for more than just that. These are not products that are designed specifically for this issue. They was not designed with that in mind either. So it's like, honey, that's just a bonus. So you can still use this on your face, your body, and everything else, honey. And also with the butt facial, honey, get rid of that dead skin cell buildup. Some of y'all got some keratosis pilaris real bad on your behind. Some of y'all backsides who black like me is looking like a darn going Nelson's Crunch Bar, honey. You got some ingrowns and all that. So not only is the abscess is going to be treated with the butt facial, but you're also going to help, lighten up the skin as well. You're also going to even the skin. Darn going to create some good texture. Like, honey, if you can throw in a microdermabrate, well, no. Wait until after the thing drain first, because once again, we do not want to introduce pressure, and we definitely do not want to spread potential staph, because with abscesses, it does contain potential staph. So yeah, you might want to seek out a dermatologist. Most estheticians ain't going to even take it. Now, I'm one of the few that would take somebody who has an abscess and help, relieve some of the pressure and whatnot. But the goal is not to drain it at the darn one facility. It's just to help alleviate some of the pain, all this, that, and third. Speaking of pain, what did I take for pain relief? Honey, I got it right here. Now, this is what y'all can purchase. Now, being the queen that I am, I purchased this for a whole different reason. The darn going Numb Master, the 5% lidocaine, I purchased it for a whole nother reason, but I actually used it for what it was actually designed for, which is for anal discomfort, for hemorrhoids, and for abscesses and stuff like that. So I can say this actually did work to a certain extent. I still felt pain. But it reduced the pain by a good 45-50%. Now, it wasn't until I took my pain medication, which for me is my ibuprofen. Hold on, make sure y'all don't get that name. So I took ibuprofen 600 milligram tablets. Now, of course, with y'all can get Tylenol or whatnot. Or, if you're in the hood, go ahead and purchase some Percocets and Oxycontin. And, for the ones who do it for other reasons, and they starting to gel up the Percocets and shit. I've never done it, but y'all know I live in the hood. I know all types of addicts and shit, honey. So, in this case, since you're really using it for pain, it don't matter that you get the traditional Percocet or the new gel-based ones that can't be used for any sort of nefarious reasons, honey. Not encouraging it, but if you know somebody who got the hookup, go on ahead and get you some pain relief. Because, honey, I can tell you right now, regular over-the-counter aspirin and Tylenol, honey, ain't going to do it, honey. It took me taking 2 of these darn ibuprofens to get the pain away. And matter of fact, just to prove how much I'm not a pill popper, honey, this is a prescription that I got from my dentist when I got my teeth fixed last year. For y'all that seen me go to the dentist to get my teeth together, because y'all know what these teeth used to look like before, 2020. I got this prescription back in September 2020. It is now October. This is only supposed to last 30 days. And I still got over a half a thing left. 13 months later. Yep, 13 months later. So that goes to show I'm damn sure ain't a pill popper. But I take these every 5 weeks. Now about to be every 10 weeks for whenever I do get my laser hair removal. But honey, I took these and darn gone combined it with my darn gone lidocaine. Child, it knocked all the pain out. And last but not least, the day before the drainage, I put on some good old black seed oil. And of course, I got the most expensive, the most well-known, the most powerful on the market. I got that good old Pilonidal black seed oil. This is the most potent black seed oil on the market. The one on Amazon, the Herbs black seed oil. The other one, yeah, they don't compare to this. This got the strongest percentage of, I forgot what it's called, but whatever makes black seed oil unique, this got the highest amount of it in it. Let me see, what is it? It's not omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. I will put it in the description box below, but it's a technical term of what black seed oil has. This has the most powerful is in there. Now, don't do like me and darn gonna still wear your fancy underwear whenever you darn gonna doing these treatments. My dipsy behind didn't think to put on the granny panties. And then hence, I'm about to darn gonna go into a cleaning stage of what you do after your stuff busts on you. Now, to avoid doing what I'm about to mention next, go to the store and get you some adult underwear to darn gonna sleep in for the next couple of days until it busts, because you don't know when it's going to bust on you unless you take the time to sit in your tub. But if you're somebody who only has a shower like setup, you got an apartment like that, these steps that I mentioned earlier is going to help you. But the downside is it's going to bust on you randomly, and for me it bust on me in the middle of the night. When I slept, I woke up in the morning and the back door was a little bit moist. More moist than I know that I can naturally get. Especially, hell, even in the midst of hanky-panky, honey, D1 don't get that wet, honey. I know TMI, but I was like, wait a minute. Honey, I went to the bathroom, sure enough. Had to do a whole darn going clean up, child. Oh, clean it up. Clean it up. So, here's what you do with the cleanup. Because once again, you got potential staph and everything else. Honey, put on you some gloves. Make sure you don't get, especially if you got nails like me. Now, this is short for me. Y'all know my nails be out there like Flojo in half the time. But even this is way too long. If it can get on your nail, make sure you gloved up. Make sure you darn gonna get the wiping. Wipe with like a paper towel first. And then go ahead with a cleansing wipe. And then what I did from there was spray with some hydrogen peroxide. Damn, I can't speak, y'all. Some hydrogen peroxide. Hopped in the shower to darn do additional cleaning because I had to get the bulk of it up because it was darn dripping massive amount of pus and stuff. So I couldn't hop in the shower right then. I had to get all that cleaned up first and then hop in the shower to get the residual off. And then from there came the other step. Was finally put on some granny panties and then clean up the darn what done hit my darn panties and my darn boxers, my little shorts or whatever that I had on. So any detergent probably would do, but once again, I told y'all I got eczema, I got Crohn's disease, among a host of other things. So the particular 2 items that I use that are safe for me, I use the Funk Away, the Max Strength Odor Eliminator. So, honey did this. And then we got that good old Ecos, honey. Y'all, matter of fact, let me do an updated picture. Honey, me and Ecos been rocking since 2012, baby. Honey, I think every naturalista knows either about Ecos or 7th generation. But yeah, I did a hand clean with that once again with gloves on as well. And then, of course, the area that you worked with, cleansing, all that, you want to sterilize everywhere. So, get you some bleach. Mix it with, me, I use the scrubbing bubbles, and then I added bleach on in the mix as far as the sinking stuff, the tub or whatnot. Actually, I worked in the tub. But I cleansed up originally the bulk of, everything at the sink, and then ended up at the tub. So once again, bleach and scrubbing bubbles, and then I went the extra mile and then did a final spray with some Lysol. So honey, everything is completely sterilized and disinfected, honey. And whenever you're dealing with bodily fluids, you don't want to just sanitize, you want to really disinfect and sterilize. For people that don't know, that is a difference. Sterilization is the most cleanest version that you can get. And it helps prevent the transmission of bacterial, STDs and everything else, viruses and whatnot. Sanitation don't really do all that. So, once again, get you a good can of Lysol. So, yeah. Everything for me, for you to do would cost you maybe on the very low end $150 to $200. But honey, if you're somebody in my predicament, don't got no insurance, and even if you're blessed to have insurance, honey, our hospital has like a 12-hour wait time, even for severe cases. So for non-severe, honey, I would have been waiting a day just to get seen. I can't miss a day of work at the that's another thing. So I couldn't drive out to another area, because I know somebody going to say, well, why just go to Lumberton? Well, the problem is, if I would have went and got it lanced, and due to the area where it's lanced at, it's like I couldn't drove myself back. And then if I would have stayed, that would have been an overnight hospital expense. Y'all know how they do with hospital expense. And then for something non-life threatening like this, now they probably would have kept me because of the fact that I am immune compromised. I do got severe Crohn's disease and improper care. If you just throw me out, I could have the potential to die. So yeah, they probably would have been more lenient with me. But if you don't got no underlying conditions, honey, they be like, oh, you better get a cab, call your girl up, get your car, whatnot. So to prevent all that, honey, I did the cheap route and went home, honey. I did the home remedy route. So, like I said, would cost y'all about $150, $200, but honey, that beats a dang on $2,000 hospital bill. Because by the time they would have prescribed you the staff medication. Now, I will still say, if you can, at least go to a doctor if you can, and get some staff medication just in case. Let them do a checkup, whatnot. But honey, if you can avoid the cuttings in the city, because that's where it really racks up and all that. And then it's like it creates unnecessary. Like the way that mine's drained with my procedure, I was blessed not to get no hole, because once again, in the area of where it was at, it's like I would have been susceptible to possibly getting a hole, because doctors like to cut and all that. They would have made a decision, and then it's like I'm black. Doctors don't really care about black folks like that. They don't take into consideration cosmetic shit. Like, okay, you cut me, I'm more prone to darn going post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Now, of course, I'm a medical esthetician, so I can get my own self, and I specialize in anal bleaching. So, as an esthetician who specializes in inner thigh lightening and anal lightening, aka bleaching, I can correct my own scars or whatnot. But for my folks that is watching this, y'all are not estheticians, y'all not dermatologists, y'all can't darn gonna correct your own discolorations and stuff back there, and most of y'all ain't flexible like that anyways. So it's like, to prevent all that, honey, let it darn going come to a head with the products that I recommend, and it just comes out by way of the pores, whatnots. Because what happened with me, it just came to like a huge bump, but it did not come to like a right pustular bump where it would have created an indentation in the skin, and it just drained all the way down without it creating no hole. And once again, y'all know the back door, the booty area, whenever it creates holes, it's hard for stuff. I don't know what the medical terminology. I know I got some doctors, y'all can explain for us. But for whatever reason, whenever you get a hole or something on your booty, it does not close up. Trust me, I know from the last experience. So I was not trying to go through that again, and I went to a doctor for that one, and I ended up getting a partial hole in my darn on. And I was like, oh no, we ain't about to I've already got one hole as it is. One hole. I mean, technically 2 holes. Well, technically 3 holes. If we talking about up that way, but I'm talking about on the boot. We already got 1 pothole. I was like, nah, bitch, y'all ain't about to have my darn on booty looking like the darn on projects, bitch. Just because I'm from the projects, y'all ain't about to have my booty like I'm from the darn on projects with potholes on my ass, honey. I'm blessed to darn on not be having no abundance of keratosis pilaris. I try to keep my discoloration down and stuff. But honey, we ain't about to darn gonna be having potholes upon potholes on the booty. No. And BBL is like the most. I don't got no stomach for no BBL either. So it's not like they could darn on, fill some stuff up. So it's like, And then skin grafting don't be really ideal for us because it still creates that awkward texture on the skin. And it's like, ain't nobody trying to have no. If y'all see what skin grafting looks like when it's unsuccessful, and it's like when you got a big derriere, and you dark, it creates more of a difficulty because it's like they got to find somebody that can match you, or they got to darn gonna take from you in other areas. So it's like, yeah, I ain't trying to have no mixed match color, bumpy, lumpy, darn on back door. So yeah, this route is way more cheaper. If you black, dark skin, Latina, Indian, indigenous American, Asian, it's like, yeah, this route is going to prevent any type of hyperpigmentation. Matter of fact, some of these stuff is anti-inflammatory and it's going to help combat hyperpigmentation as well. That's why I say these stuff got multiple uses, honey. This is going to help darn going to keep you detoxified and cleansed and everything else, and going to keep the skin smooth. And once again, non-inflammatory skin is less susceptible to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So that's why I said, honey, get you a good quality esthetician that can recommend you some products. Matter of fact, I got tons of darn on samples and shit, lying around since I ain't been doing my aesthetics job. So if y'all want to reach out to me and I can send y'all a little kit of products and shit, honey, definitely reach out to me, honey. Because like I said, I'm stacked upon products. I ain't going to be able to see nobody until January due to this newfound job. And then y'all know I'm about to be moving soon. The goal is to be up out of here by January. I'm going to miss my cats. Y'all know I got like 3 main cats. And then I got like 5 other cats that come around and eat throughout the day too. I became the cat lady. I'm going to miss them damn cats. But honey, I'm not staying here with this demon no longer. Now, if y'all want the tea on that, watch my regular vlogs. if you're not a subscriber already. But anyways, this is how to treat a pilonidal abscess, or any type of abscess for this matter. Now, don't think that this is just related to this one. If you got a abscess in a different part of the booty, or the lower thigh or whatnot, you can definitely use this on those areas as well. If you got it on your stomach, definitely good for those areas as well. And like I said, pain medication, for me, I use ibuprofen. If you got something else, by all means, go with that. Now, I will say, if you're like me and you're trans and you're dealing with hair loss, be very cognizant of Percocet and aspirin, because Percocet and aspirin can reduce the protein, the enzymes on your hair that is critical in combating hair loss. That minoxidil is good at increasing. If you're using minoxidil, products like minoxidil and finasteride, aspirin can damn, who is trying to call me? I forgot to put my phone in darn on airplane mode. But anyways, aspirin can be counterproductive. So yeah, make sure to avoid aspirin. That's my little free medical well, it ain't technically medical, but yeah, no, it is what it is. You got to be careful with saying stuff on here at YouTube, because they be quick to strike you down for giving free, certain advice. But that's my little free advice that you don't necessarily have to go to the DR for, honey. But, I always go get a second opinion. Converse with your doctor about this. And, that's about it. I mean, of course, the doctor going to still try to get you in, because, they want to go give you that nasty $500 to $1,000 medical bill. But if you can afford to go to the doctor, you got insurance, this video don't really apply to you. Especially if you are somebody that can afford to take off for work or whatnot, this don't apply for you. Although, once again, if you're somebody black, though, and, we trying to avoid potential incision, because the incision is the last. Now, of course, if yours is more dire, definitely still go to the doctor. But if it's more in the mid-range, honey, like mine was medium, big size, not too drastic. Like, if you still notice that you still got some sweat, like, because the downside is it can become so bad, especially if you try to push it out and squeeze it out. You just distribute it in other areas. So when it does drain, you might still have some leftovers, and it might form back up again. So something like that, you will have to have a doctor intervene. But if you're somebody like me, where yours wasn't as dire, and it was more in a confined one location, and once it drained, you no longer have any pain, you don't notice any more bump. Now, you still want to have some tenderness for a couple of days, but if it's not like a severe lump or anything, again, definitely, we can avoid the doctor at all costs and save us some money for us non-insured people. That's the avenue to go. So that is it, y'all. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.